Hey there internets, I'm Michael and this is Toucan Play That Game, bringing you another edition of Game Night in Review. So, what games were played? Well, there was Orleans, Chinatown, Five Tribes, Rage, Vikings Gone Wild and Codinca. So let's start by just talking about the ones that I didn't play, but other people were playing. And as always, this is not full-fledged reviews, it's just a bit of a chat really about what was hitting the table. So let's start with Orleans. So yeah, this is a really popular game. It's a game that every time I hear someone talk about it, they say, it's fantastic, it's great, you need to play this game. And then I sit and I try and learn the game and I fall asleep. I don't know what it is. The game just feels so dry and so boring. And when I'm sat trying to learn it and like I've read the rules and it's like, yeah. It's just, yeah. You know, and like I've tried watching videos and it's the same thing. I'm just like there going, oh, sorry, you were talking? Yeah. I really don't know what it is about this game. As I say, I've heard nothing but good things, but every time I try and learn it, I just can't. So I haven't played it. I think part of the problem might be there just doesn't seem to really be any interaction. I mean, for those of you who don't know what the game is, it is a pool building game, and I don't mean swimming pool. You're building pools of tokens that represent different workers, and then you've got a board in front of you, and different combinations of workers will trigger you to be able to do different abilities. So you're building up the workers you want to be able to do the tasks that you want. And then you dip into the bag, you draw a worker out, and you go, ha, I can do this thing that I wanted to do on my board. And there really isn't much interaction with other people there. I don't know, all the artwork's very drab. It just doesn't grab me, this game. And it's interesting because I really enjoy deck builders, so I would have thought I would enjoy this because it's that same pool building up mechanic, but no. So let's talk about the next game, Chinatown. Now, it has a cool name, but again, this is another game where I hear nothing but good things, that it's this fantastic, great economics game about building up your economy in Chinatown of, I don't know, shops and laundrettes and stuff. I really don't know that much. I think there's a bit of bidding in there and stuff, but yeah, when it's come to looking at it in more detail, just does not grab me at all. Just feels very flat, very boring. Not my kind of game, I guess. So as I say, it's an economic game. I don't really know a huge amount more than that because I've not been interested enough to really look into it. Then there was Five Tribes. Now, it wasn't my copy of Five Tribes, and every time I take this to game night to try and get it played, it doesn't happen. And I was already committed to playing Vikings Gone Wild at this point, and then people were like, let's play Five Tribes. And I was like, no, I keep wanting to play that. Why does no one want to play it when I do? Hopefully I'm not that whiny. But who knows, maybe I am. Inside. So yeah, that was played. It's a great game. For those of you who don't know, Five Tribes, you have basically tiles laid out in a grid. You will pick up a handful of meeples off of one tile that are one of 5 colours, and you drop them off on other tiles. And where you end up causes special powers to happen, and you get to take all the ones that are there of the same colour. So it is a really interesting, really tactical game, but unfortunately I didn't get to play last night. And then the other game played last night was Rage. So this is a little card game from the 70s, 80s? I'm not sure. Quite old anyway. It's just another one of those bazillion trick-taking games. If I'm going to play a trick-taking game, normal pack of cards will do the job. I really don't need there to be 100,000 different people's takes on trick-taking. If it does it in a new, different, interesting way with some special powers and stuff, much more interested. From what I've seen, this doesn't do that. So, have no interest in that either. So then we are on to the games that I played. And I'm not going to talk about these in a huge great detail because I'm actually going to be doing reviews for them very soon. So, first game I played was Vikings Gone Wild, the board game, not the app. It is a board game based on an app that I have not actually played the app, but the app here looks to be sort of command and conquer. You build up your city, you go attack other cities type game. And that's pretty much what the board game is as well. You build up your buildings and you're raiding each other's buildings. You don't destroy the buildings by raiding them, you just gain victory points. And it's a race for who has the most victory points. So the game will end when someone reaches a predetermined number of victory points. You'll then finish that round and whoever has the most wins. But on top of what you are at that point, you get bonus victory points, and they'll be changing every game what you're getting those bonus victory points for. So this game has elements of deck building. As you buy cards, they'll go into your deck. And it's got civilization building, because as you buy buildings, they sit in front of you as your civilization, producing resources. So you're managing your resources as well in order to buy the cards into your hand or buy the buildings to create more resources. So there's a lot to manage. It's a very interesting game, and I will be doing a full review very shortly. I do just want to add that the game last night was nail-biting at the end. Everyone had been reasonably close throughout the entire game, really, and even towards the end. Then I think in my second to last turn, I kind of leapt ahead a little and I was like, right, I'm heading towards that. I might manage it this next coming round. And then another guy went, oh, I gained 12 points in one turn. And it was like, he just leapt ahead, caused the end of round. I did still have that one more turn, and I'm so glad that I did, because I bought a couple of cards to help me with one of the bonus points at the end of the game, but one of the bonus criteria, which in this case was to have defense cards. So I bought a couple of those and was very, right, well, I know I can't do anything to really get me many points now. What can I do to try and cinch those bonuses? And it was really good that I did, because we went through first bonuses, second bonuses, third bonus card, and there was 1 point in it. We were basically neck and neck, me and this other guy, and the third player a little bit behind. And it was like, right, if I get this, I've won. If you get this, you've won. Right, let's count up defense cards. 1 by 1 cards. So it was really good that in my final turn I had bought that. Really exciting, really fun game. So then we moved on to play Codinca. So this is a little abstract game coming out at the UK Games Expo from Backspindle Games. Now, I'm not a huge abstract fan, but this is a good abstract game. Will I play it a lot? Probably not, but it is an okay little filler. Very tactical, very nail-bitey. You have a grid of tiles that are double-sided, and there are 4 different colours, and each player wants to get their colour in a certain pattern, 4 different patterns over the course of the game. First person to complete all 4 of their patterns wins. Now, I've played this a few times 2-player and found it like an interesting chess-like feel. Playing this last night 3-player, oh my god, it was so much harder. So much harder as you increase the players in this, because there are more different people tugging at those tiles and moving your tiles. So much more changes from round to round. But it is an interesting little abstract game, and I will be doing a full review shortly. So that was my game night in review. I do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have, please do check out the rest of the videos on the channel, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. And do also take a look at us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. And as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.